What's up everybody, this is Yair and today we are going to draw Super Buu. Okay, so today we are going to learn how to draw Super Buu from Dragon Ball Z. First, start by drawing a perfect square. Each side will be 4 centimeters, but you can draw it in any size you want to, just make sure to use the same size relation. We'll start by drawing the shape of his face, and it's gonna be tilted a little bit. Then we'll cross it in the middle. And next, we'll draw his ears simply by drawing 3 curves on each side. We'll add 2 curves for the holes in his ears. And next, we'll move on to draw the lumps above the eyes. As you can see, I'm using the guideline to help me keep the right proportions. And to create the eyes, we'll simply use 3 lines, 2 diagonals, and a curve underneath. Next, we'll add some wrinkles below to indicate the cheeks. And now we'll add the iris and the pupil just by drawing half of a circle. Awesome, next we'll draw his crazy looking smile. As you can see, it's very close to the eyes. And of course, Buu doesn't have a nose. Next we'll add his teeth. And as you can see, he has 4 sharp teeth. We'll indicate his bottom lip and his chin. And then we'll draw his antenna again by using some curves, and as you can see, it gets smaller in the edge. Awesome, next we'll add his holes. He has a few holes on the head. And now we can move on to draw the torso. So we'll start by drawing the trap muscles. Then we'll add the shoulders. And as you can see, I'm using a guideline in the middle as well. And from this point, I'm gonna draw his chest muscles. We'll also draw his neck muscles, again by using some curves. And next, all we have to do is add some holes all around. And what we also want to do is fix the mouth. Just gonna add the tongue right there. Awesome, once we are done with the sketching process, we can move on to the inking process, and for that we'll use some inking pens. I usually use 0.1 or 0.2, that's the size of the nib. And as you can see, I'm just going all over the lines. You can do that by either pushing lines or pulling lines, but the most important part is to rotate the page so you can have your natural hand movement that will be much more comfortable to ink. Awesome, as you can see, I filled the holes with black and also his eyes. And now we can move on to the coloring process. So for that I'm gonna use Copic markers. Those are alcohol-based markers, which means that we can blend the colors very well. However, if you don't have Copic markers, you can use color pencils or just use your HB B pencils and do some shading. So I'm gonna start by using the brightest tone. As you can see, I'm coloring from side to side in the direction of the shape, and I'm doing that by pushing lines or pulling lines. You can probably tell that the ink of my marker is running out, so that's why I'm adding more layers in order to get more contrast, to get more saturation. We'll do the same for the chest, again coloring from side to side. And as you can see, I'm using a different color, but I'm only doing it because the ink of my first marker is running out. So basically we are going to cover this entire area with the brightest tone. And next we'll use the mid-tone. That's a slightly darker tone, and we'll use it to add shades. So for this drawing, the main light source will come from the left side, which means of course that the right side will appear darker because it gets less light. Just common sense. That's what happens when you train the same day. Muscles are tense. Anyways, what I can do to solve it is use the colorless blender. So let's soak that ink out. Awesome, and now we can continue with the same mid-tone. Awesome, so next I'm gonna use the same color and I'm gonna add one more layer to get more saturation. And also to get rid of all those brush strokes, I wanna get a solid, nice look. Awesome, and now we can blend the colors. So what I'll do is I'll use the brighter tone to blend it with the mid-tone. And now we'll add an even darker tone for the darkest areas. And we'll do some more blending as well. Next, I'm gonna use an even darker tone, and we'll use it with a minimum use, but those tiny details will help make this drawing look much better. Awesome, next we're going to color the eyes, and as you can see I'm leaving a blank area on the far left just to get a very nice highlight. I'm gonna use the colorless blender to blend it with the brightest tone. And then we'll use some blue-green tone for the tongue. As you can see, I'm adding more layers on the right side, again because of the light. Next we'll use a very dark red to color his mouth. And for the teeth, we'll use some gray tones, a very bright gray tone, to get some shade. Awesome, next I'm gonna do some minor adjustments. As you can see, I'm adding some more shade on the deepest areas. We'll use the colorless blender as well. I'm gonna use it to soak some of the ink and possibly get some highlights. And then I'm gonna simply add one more layer with the brightest tone on the chest muscles. And we are done, everybody. So this is how you draw Super Buu from Dragon Ball Z. Please let me know how you did in the comment section. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed this tutorial. If you want to check out more tutorials, I have more than 120 tutorials, I think. There's a link to the playlist at the end of the video. And if you want commissions, email me to this email, yairsasson22@gmail.com for prices. That's it. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. I upload new videos every weekend. Keep being awesome as always, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.